before I do that, I understand NASA and the Army always tends to show a video that kind of shows us up. So I have my own that I brought along that I'd like to show you. Probably from NASA and the Army will one up me on that, but that's the best I can do for this point. So what stands out in that video for me is the people. So the FBI, just like each of your organizations, is an organization made up of people, and it's driven by their ingenuity and their commitment to the mission of the FBI, which is protect the American people and uphold the Constitution of the United States. So even in this world of AI and machine learning, where I soon won't need a staff to write speeches like this for me. At the end of the day, the power of the FBI is in its people, and you just saw that in the video. So FBI Redstone is the advanced tech, analytics, and training place for the people of the FBI. Now, it's true that this video encompasses the overall FBI, but know that much of what you saw there will be fostered at and enhanced by what is being built currently on FBI Redstone. From training exercises to explosions, FBI Redstone supports the key development of FBI employee skill sets needed to complete our mission, not just in the U.S., but around the globe, ensuring our people are ready to meet whatever real-world demands they may encounter. So a few years ago, FBI Director Christopher Wray set forth 4 strategic objectives for our growth here at FBI Redstone. And you can see that depicted there on the left-hand side of the slide. You might be wondering why I said 4 when there are actually 5 listed. No, that's not a mistake, but I'll get to the why of that in just a few moments. Drawing upon the FBI's rich histories with the Hazardous Devices School, what we refer to as HDS, and the Terrorist Explosive Device Analytical Center, what we refer to as TDAC. What we call TDAC, FBI Redstone houses immense capability to exploit terrorist IEDs and train all federal, state, and local bomb technicians. The first objective, building a counter IED center of excellence at FBI Redstone, has been substantially accomplished based on enhancements made to HDS, the build out of the TDAC, and the transition of a number of weapons of mass destruction directorate personnel and functions to FBI Redstone from the National Capital Region. The second objective, strategic realignment, is in full force. So as you can see from the population graph, we currently have over 1,900 personnel on the ground and are presently on track to have roughly 2,600 total personnel here by the end of next year. I don't have to tell you that the Huntsville metro area provides an amazing location to recruit the nation's best and brightest talent, both talent already here in the Tennessee Valley, but as well as talent who are eager to move here based on the many great offerings of the region. In return, as we relocate assets from the National Capital Region, we hope to bring some of that great talent with us to add to the richness of this community. Looking into the future from a tech and analytics perspective is the third objective. for which I personally hold a lot of responsibility as the Assistant Director for the FBI's IT Infrastructure Division, in which is a strategic driver behind a lot of the major mission and capabilities enhancements the FBI is fostering at Redstone, enterprise and applied technology. This includes all that is already here and what's being built on FBI Redstone's North Campus, from the operations building, what we refer to as Ops, and the technology building 1, what we refer to as Tech 1, where my office is located, to the Innovation Center and the upcoming Tech 2 and Tech 3 buildings, all of which will facilitate the development of next generation technology and analytics. Rounding out the FBI's presence at Redstone and acting as another major driver of our future mission enhancement suite of offerings is the fourth objective that you see right there: advanced and specialized training. Building a technically driven, advanced and specialized training space at FBI Redstone will best position the Bureau to foster the knowledge, skills, and talent needed to overcome 21st century challenges. So now, on to the fifth objective: recognizing the value the FBI derives from collaboration with other government agencies, many of you here in this room, industry and academic partners. We just added the partnerships objective to our Redstone campus strategy. So as we build a program that offers the capability or capacity to host thousands of FBI personnel and provide training alongside our partners in the law enforcement and intelligence communities, we acknowledge the strength and power of partnerships allow and necessity of partnering with all of you. We cannot accomplish our mission and meet our obligations to the American people without our partners. I'd now like to take a few minutes to give you all a status update highlighting the major projects we have underway at FBI Redstone. So to give you all an idea of the magnitude of the work in progress at FBI Redstone, I have a few pictures here of major projects that are underway. So you'll see that we currently have 8 major construction projects grouped according to their current phase, some with physical dirt moved, some in design phase, and some in the planning phase. Of these 8 construction projects, 5 are training venues. So why is that important? As we complete construction on these training venues, that will be even more FBI personnel coming into the area, staying in hotels, eating in our restaurants, and shopping in our stores. Our current marquee project is the Innovation Center, slated to be completed this coming spring, which I'll speak more about here in just a moment. But other big projects currently underway include Tech Buildings 2 and 3. Additionally, our warehouse and shipping and receiving expansion will further aid the logistics capabilities of FBI Redstone. As you can see on the bottom of the slide, our multi-purpose range complex and practical problem venues are currently in design. Upon completion, the range complex will be able to accommodate both small and large-scale training events. Our practical problem venues, or what we refer to as PPVs, will provide a controlled, realistic, tech-forward testing and training environment for both the Bureau and our partners. We are excited to witness the progression and evolution of these project designs. Lastly, you'll see the Academic Zone and the National Security Intelligence Center of Excellence. The Academic Zone, just as the name implies, will provide graduate level classroom training and a complementary platform on which to complete advanced research. NS&I will be the centralized location for advanced training and delivery, curriculum development, and instructional design. So with all of this, the FBI is creating an ecosystem that will lead efforts to not only research and design new, unique training offerings, but will also create a realistic yet safe mock environment where the FBI can execute training scenarios. With the Innovation Center being on the cusp of opening this coming spring, I now want to share a little bit more on the capabilities that Amazing Space will bring to us as an organization. So the Innovation Center, this is going to be a real wow moment for us here in the FBI. It will provide space dedicated to training, cyber threat intelligence, digital forensics, and analytical tool development. We understand 21st century threats are rapidly changing and evolving, which requires us to not only be well trained, but better prepared to defeat them. The Innovation Center will be the epicenter of the FBI's technology infrastructure and tool development, centralizing our tech talent and tools in a connected campus environment. Once this building comes online, our goal is to not only utilize the space for training purposes, but also have an increased focus on collaboration with internal FBI employees, partners within the intelligence community, industry partners, and academia. So I'm sure we'll see some of you there after the building opens this coming spring. So diving just a bit more into the capabilities that the Innovation Center will house, the FBI recognizes next generation threats require next generation assets. Creating, fostering, training on, and enhancing our mission with those assets is what the Innovation Center is all about. Within the Innovation Center is a 22,000 square foot kinetic cyber range, what we refer to as the KCR, which will offer cyber training capability that is both realistic and collaborative, equipping our workforce with the needed tools to safely and effectively execute the mission. The space will offer in-house training as well as distance learning from the virtual reality classroom, and is designed to house customized technical tools so we can train against the latest threats. The experience will be unmatched, offering the students the ability for live viewing, real-time evaluation, recording and playback to not only train, but analyze the training in real time and to learn from. I don't have to tell you that technology is constantly evolving. From a digital technology perspective, our goal with the work to be completed in the Innovation Center is to address current and future cyber threats and data exploitation. Utilizing cutting-edge technical training, our workforce will have the opportunity to safely train under real-world conditions without facing real risks. Additionally, with the KCR being an unclassified training venue, we'll be able to use it to offer training to other local, state, and federal partners, fostering a true collaborative campus culture. So at FBI Redstone, we're building facilities to train the way we deploy so the workforce can complete advanced training collectively in the most technically advanced environment possible. We look forward to using these facilities to offer team-based learning where students can learn from one another and understand the roles and responsibilities of the team end to end versus figuring out in the middle of a real situation. Using the latest technology, we'll be able to facilitate geographically dispersed training events, enabling the workforce to train remotely and interact with others over the wire. This framework will help the people you saw in that video improve their skills faster through experimental learning, augmenting their physical world with elements from the virtual. As threats emerge and advance, the facilities the FBI is building on Redstone will help us create customizable training scenarios that can be quickly tailored and deployed. A marquee highlight of our training capabilities is the virtual reality room. Housed within the KCR, this virtual and augmented reality space will provide an immersive training experience for both in-person and remote students. All right. So if all that North Campus capability wasn't cool enough, I'm excited to tell you what we're cooking up on the South Campus. Well, I can't divulge everything. We are the FBI after all, right? But trust me on this one, there's going to be some amazing training capabilities on our South Campus. So if you previously attended any events where some of my colleagues or I have spoken, you may have heard us talk about the academic zone and the practical problem venues, or the AZ and the PPVs. The AZ and the PPVs will be used to train FBI personnel partners in a realistic, technology-enabled environment addressing current and future technology challenges. The AZ will house state-of-the-art training. PPVs will consist of venues and structures built in unique space to mimic real-world scenarios. The AZ and PPVs will be built for the future, ensuring the infrastructure is adaptable to provide graduate level, so to speak, training for the FBI and its partners in a variety of specialized training and joint exercises. With all these capabilities and exciting future opportunities on the horizon, it is true that some portion of our existing FBI population will be relocating to the National Capital Region to staff these roles. But we need to do some recruiting from the outside as well. So that's why I have this ask. Next slide. Building a technology-driven, advanced and specialized training space at FBI Redstone calls for specific skill sets and our high-level requirements that are currently in demand here. I'm sure many of you have the same requirements for your organizations. We've listed some key technical positions on a slide that we're hiring for, to include roles involving engineering, data analytics, forensic examination, and computer science. If you or someone you know might be interested in applying for a position in the Bureau, you can find more information on FBIjobs.gov. You can also research FBI specific jobs on Redstone Arsenal, on the news, and on LinkedIn. So, just to round out my remarks today, I want to close with that new partnership strategic objective listed in an earlier slide. In an ever-evolving threat landscape, the FBI knows that partnerships are the keystone that holds up the building of future mission capabilities. We are your FBI at the end of the day, charged with protecting the American people and upholding the Constitution of the United States. It's my sincere hope that it's a point of pride for each of you that this community is now home for the FBI's unofficial second headquarters. The future is bright for the FBI in Huntsville, and we couldn't be more excited to be a part of Team Redstone and the Federal Center of Excellence that is Redstone Arsenal. So thank you for being our partners, and thank you for allowing me to squeak through my presentation today.
Thank you so much for that. You did a fantastic job squeaking through that.
Wasn't enough.
Okay, it's now my pleasure to introduce